Try and find two people that are pretty compatible, and even though they look as though they shouldn't be with the little and large type thing, they actually do move very similarly in a lot of the actions that they do.
Brilliant. 1, 2, 3, go.
You basically just have to take off at the same time, spin at the same rotations and hit the water at the same time.
This is only their 4th ever chance to practice together. In 5 days, they'll be taking on the best senior synchronised divers in England. They perform from the highest board, the 10-metre platform. It's the equivalent of diving off a 3-storey building. Tom hits the water at 35 miles per hour. One mistake at this speed could end his career.
If he gets injured, then he's out, particularly at the moment while he is still growing, and the bones and the joint plates and whatever else are just that little bit, we have to be careful with them.
When I don't do a dive very well and I want to do it again that's good, I'm not allowed because I'm too young to be doing it, really.
If he does too much and gets injured, then he can't do anything for a while, so we need to take it a little bit steady.
To get the most out of training, they video dives and examine every detail.
That's much better, yeah? Much squarer on the end.
That leg counts.
You can see the synchro is great. It really is good. It's natural. You look good together and you work well together.
Yeah, the synchro comes quite naturally to us, and just have to work on the dives a bit more now, so go home and train a bit harder.
The dives look great in training, but the new teenage pairing is untested. How will they measure up when they take on the best synchronised divers in the country at the English Championships in only 5 days? British diving think they found an Olympic champion. And so far, 13-year-old Tom Daley's doing just that. He and his 16-year-old synchronised diving partner, Callum Johnston, are about to face their biggest ever test. It's day 1 of the English Diving Championships in Sheffield. Tom's family has arrived from Plymouth to watch the big day. His dad, Rob, has never missed a competition.
It's a long drive, but I don't mind doing it at all. Give up whatever we have to do to come up here. It's worth the drive, believe me.
My dad follows me around everywhere. He's got all videos it all. He gets all the newspaper cuttings. He's just obsessed, really. But, well, in a good way.
Obviously, I'd like to see him do well. I'd like to see him have great success and perhaps pave a future for himself.
Without the practical support from his family, Tom would face a much harder road to Olympic glory. In the competition, they face the best senior divers in Britain. After only 4 training sessions, Tom and Callum need to pull 6 Olympic standard dives out of the bag. Halfway through the competition, Tom and Callum are still in with a chance. But on their last dive, they need an almost perfect score from the judges to win. Despite the limited time for training, Tom and Callum have won.
The form of the dives that they were doing was that much better across the board than it was the last time they trained, so pretty happy with that.
And victory is doubly sweet.
I won the English title today with my partner Callum on 10-metre synchro, both senior and junior, so good day at the office, really.
As English champions, Tom and Callum now get to take on the best in the world at the World Series in 2 months' time. And as if becoming national champion in synchronised diving, aged 13 wasn't enough, the pressure is piled on as Tom goes for the individual title as well. And he delivers. He's picked up yet another title, becoming England's youngest ever 10-metre champion. This 13-year-old superstar seems unstoppable. But how will he cope at the World Series in 2 months' time? The pressure's on the new English diving champion, Tom Daley. In 2 weeks' time, Tom and his synchro diving partner Callum will face their first senior international competition, but their training together has been limited. Callum's made the long trip from Leeds to Plymouth for an intensive training programme before they take on the best divers in the world. Tom's grandparents are lending their support by looking after Callum on his stay.
Nice big kitchen, isn't it?
As soon as they're together, they grab the opportunity to train. The key to good synchro diving is the takeoff. Tom and Callum practice these in a converted squash court.
It's partly about technique into the somersault, and it's partly about timing, and it also makes sure that their techniques are very similar.